All right. We were just talking about representation and agency, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything you're saying is, like a lot of adults don't understand this. So, okay, you're telling me we just talked about what representation is, and a good example was having black heroes instead of always dying off in the first 30 minutes as a villain or an incompetent assistant, or always being like the supportive best friend. That's another role that happens a lot that is like, okay, could we support people of all color?
Yeah.
And then we talked about how agency, do you remember what I said was agency?
The creators of something understand that that's important.
Right. And so that the decision makers who are like, let's pay $1 billion for this next movie, that they understand how important representation is and actually put it in the movie. And, also examine and critique when that doesn't happen and push for change, right? So agency and representation are important. And you were starting to tell me about a video game. Can you please say that again?
So, I play this game called Apex Legends, and
this is a PS4 game?
It's PS4
or a PlayStation game?
So it's PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Okay.
And around when it kind of first started, it started well, and people were kind of like, they knew what it, like, if it was a boy or a girl.
Mm-hmm. Like you pick your player.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's this character in the game called Bloodhound, and everyone thought it was a boy. It was a boy. It was a boy. Obviously it was a boy. It was a boy. But when the actress video came out, open mic, everything changed, and everyone had even more support for Bloodhound because they finally realized that the actor playing Bloodhound was a girl. And the amount of, she said the amount of trans, non-binary people who reached out to me was insane. And that trans people
need to have
a better role in games and need to
all
be recognized. Yeah.
And then tell me about what the other characters were.
So the Wraith actor, she's been in other games, but she's not like a big game actor. So she signed up to Wraith, being the trying not to show emotion. She's been through a lot character. And
do we know her race?
She's a white. Kind of like, she's a white lady.
Okay, but she's not what? Because you said that one of the other character, you said something about like how she's portrayed though.
So she said this: I'm so happy in these games that a girl doesn't need to be able to show emotion, isn't overly sexualized, doesn't have to be that girl who everyone likes, doesn't need that girl to have that perfect life. And I'm very glad that this game really portrays that. And she was just really happy that, not every girl in games needs a bra and a bikini to be in a game.
Right. Excellent. And the other character, there was another one?
So, Bangalore's actor is black. Black woman.
So the other main character is a black woman?
Yeah.
And this is the game that you're just constantly obsessed with, playing with your friends?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
So, she was in this war, and she was...
Are you telling me about the character's backstory?
Yeah.
Or the person who voices that? Okay.
Yeah, so she was in the war.
Oops, sorry.
The war ended. She lost her brother. But she ended up being the best bounty and bad butt character in the entire game.
Right. You like, if you can pick, you want to pick her when you play team
cool.
against team. Yeah.
She's just a very cool.
She's just rad.
And since she's from the military, the Respawn told the actor, play it calm, play it cool, don't like, never in that moment of panic. And the actor was like, I don't see that in me, so I'm more of that panicky kind of person. So
it's a true character.
It's really, yeah.
Awesome.
And then...
Is there anybody else?
There's one West Indian, and he kind of chunky dude came up, and when he saw the character
is
Gibraltar,
he like a body positive kind of character?
Yeah, he's very positive. And he saw Gibraltar's character, and he said, these look like my relatives. And he said, I'm honored, and I'm still honored to be an actor and see my people in these games. And I thank Respawn for
as like a hero.
As like
somebody who's not looking like Middle Eastern, being the enemy all the time. Like somebody that you could rely on.
He saved many lives.
Right.
And
perfect.
Yeah.
So that's all representation in video games.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in playing this video game, what is it called?
Apex Legends.
And
do
you
free
have like
game.
It's free. And then what platforms can you play it on?
PS4, Xbox, and PC.
All right. And do you have like a... let's not say your screen name. Okay. All right. This has been Representation and Agency with JT.